What is it like? Anybody hear of the Baal Shem Tov? You heard of Baal Shem Tov? Yeah. Baal Shem Tov, you heard? Heard of Baal Shem Tov? I'll give you a story about Baal Shem Tov. People think that the Chassidim never talked about punishment, never talked about Gehinnom, never talked about bad things that no one wants to experience, but in reality, they did quite a bit. I have a whole shiur about it. We went over 1,400 sources in the Sifrei Chassidut, 1,400 sources, going over different places where the greatest Chassidim actually discussed it in detail, whether the Tanya, the Baal Shem Tov, Rabbi Nachman Breslev, and so on and so forth. But anyway, the thing that a lot of people don't know is that Rabbi Nachman Breslev, for example, he read the book Reshit Chochmah 400 times. Now a lot of people, a lot of Chachamim read books many times, but why is this one highlighted? Why is this book Reshit Chochmah highlighted? And Rabbi Nachman Breslev was proud to say, this book I read 400 times. Same book, 400 times I read it. Why? Most of the details that we know about Gehinnom come from that book. Rabbi Yaron Reuven says, you want to be a Chassid? You want to be a Chassid? You read that book too. You study that book, you know it by heart. Why? You need to know that side too. You need to know schar ve'onesh, reward and punishment. Now he was a Chassid, but Chassidut was started by who? By the Baal Shem Tov. And the Baal Shem Tov said once to his Talmidim, he says, when I get to Shamayim, if they tell me, you know what, we don't agree with Chassidut, we think you made a mistake, you have a sentence to go to Gehinnom. The Baal Shem Tov says, I jump into it. I'd happily jump into Gehinnom. So Chassidim says, what do you mean, Kvod Harav? Working so hard to be tzaddikim, working so hard to do good. He goes, yeah, but if they're going to tell me in Shamayim, Hashem wants you to go to Gehinnom, I'm happy to go. Why? That's the will of Hashem. If He wants me to go there, I'll make Him happy. That means loving Hashem. Loving Hashem means that you're going to do it even if it hurts you. Now of course HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to give you good and not to hurt you, but that just gives us a little bit of an impression of what it means to love Hashem and what it means to not love Hashem. Most of what we do is because we want something for it, not because it makes Hashem happy. We keep Shabbat, we keep mitzvot, we keep this, we keep that, we give tzedakah. Why? Many times because we want something in return. Sometimes people like to give tzedakah. They like that because it settles their conscience. They figure that if I give the Beit Knesset or the Jewish organization tzedakah, then Hashem is going to close one of His eyes and He's not going to look at all my sins. If I give tzedakah, then the rabbi is not going to bother me about coming to shul anymore. If I give tzedakah, then it doesn't really matter if I drive on Shabbat. It doesn't really matter. If I give tzedakah, it doesn't really matter that he's married to a goya. It doesn't really matter that she has a boyfriend. It doesn't really matter all these things. People give tzedakah to quiet their own conscience. But the Torah says you cannot bribe God.